We got some late breaking news with your man, Black Irish. All right, we are back. We got a video for you today. I made a video about this like on Friday, and you already, if you don't really know about it, the woman with the kids, and they were, she left them to freeze, and everyone was blaming the man. Just in case you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll play the video for you.
No, I worship the ground them kids walk though.
The 29-year-old mother of the two kids that likely froze to death Monday in the parking structure of the Hollywood casino.
Maybe I asked the wrong people for help. But that was the only thing I did wrong.
Tatiana, remembering how many times she reached out for a place to live, she asked the father of the two kids that died.
He had an excuse every time. Either he's working, they can't come where he living. He lived with a female, and the parents and them don't want kids there or something.
Yeah. So anyway, you already see it. Lies, lies, and more lies. I don't believe her. I don't believe her in 1 second. I don't take the fact that you have the children, and for some freaking reason, you have no ability to how to take care of them. But there was a video where they were reporting the man, and this is what he had to say.
She says she reached out to Curry, who's the father of 3 of her children.
I asked him, I said, can you get your kids for me? I said, I need help. You know I'm homeless. I done kept a room this long. I couldn't keep it no more.
They were homeless. Had Tatiana ever reached out asking to?
No, she did not. All she said was, "Can I get them? Can I get them? Just to get them, and can I get them because y'all homeless?" That's two different things.
She said she had been homeless for 3 months.
Say, I saw. That's what I saw, about 3 months, but she ain't never said nothing to me.
And a lot of the women who went online, of course, hearts and prayers for the children. Oh, stay strong, sister. Oh, this. Oh, that. All that wonderful beam footage nonsense. And of course, the believe all women was a strong, powerful weapon because, of course, what did they do? They fell for it hook, line, and sinker because they're idiots. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. If you telling me that you're going to just start believing somebody just because of their sex is insane. So if I started just believing all men, how would you feel? But if that's the way we're supposed to be going, women lie all the time. I don't think that he's 100% a good guy, but something about this story about how when she said, I only did one thing wrong by asking the wrong people. Yeah, see, you couldn't even be humble about it, even though you were the one with the kids in your custody. She had them in her custody. And the modern women online were just like, oh, we're with her 100%. But then again, this is the same group of women that were with Brickgate and didn't bother saying a darn thing about it. Then they hear the guy say, oh, look at him. He doesn't sound like a man that's sincere. Oh, it gets better. Oh, it gets a whole lot better. Let's get some videos going. Mind you, you didn't see it again? Watching men defend the deadbeat dad in Detroit whose kids passed from hypothermia. Okay, once again, this always seems to be the same demographic of women who unite together but don't have a common sense to put together to actually realize that regardless, she had those kids in her custody. She had them in her custody. She knew that they were in a bad situation. I don't think personally that she actually was honest with him. And he's 100% right. Is it because they're homeless or is it because you just want some time away? There are two different things. You're not going to be coming and giving the kids to me because you want to have your jollies and then pretend like you don't cause problems. This is why I say men always, and I do mean always, make sure you keep receipts. Don't do the phone call nonsense. Text message everything. And if you do the voice recording, make sure it's on speaker and record the whole thing. Record everything. Stop being. Men are lazy when it comes down to holding the women accountable. They don't ever want to do the recording thing. You think they're going to hold off on you? No, they're going to wait for you to say something so they can use it against you. Women are conniving, vindictive people, and they will do things to get you pissed off just to see you lose yourself and have the unbecoming of a man to do something where you end up doing something really stupid that they can use against you. She is defending the mother who basically had custody of the children. If you were homeless, why didn't you give the kids to him? Guarantee you would. See, the easiest thing is any woman can say is, yeah, because they're not going to believe him. She can just say, yeah, pretty much he didn't want to, and it was always an excuse. Where are the text messages? Where's the voice recordings? You never hear it. The same way when women say, all these men are coming and giving me dirty comments, they never show the comments. You know why? Because they don't exist. They never exist, but women will continuously keep doing it as if they could, because they're not worried. When they're talking about the video, they're not talking to you, they're talking to other women. Because women have the same mindset that she does. They don't care about the evidence. All they care about is the feelings.
And the same niggas that are complaining about child support are the same type of niggas that'll let their baby mama sleep in a casino parking lot and have their child be exposed to hypothermia and end up losing a goddamn child because they don't have a common sense the good Lord gave them to make sure they goddamn seeds are okay. It's so many of these niggas out here, and it's fucking pathetic. My heart goes out to that mama.
Of course it
Just
does.
listening to her, how she was trying to revive her baby and everything, bro.
Really?
That shit is traumatizing. I would never, ever forgive my baby daddy. And if a motherfucker get in my comment section about what the fuck the daddy got to do with anything, dismiss yourself. Because he is just as much as responsible for that child as the fucking mother.
I love when women love bringing out 50-50 when they know the fault is on them. This is how you know they are caught up. When they know there's no other way around it, they have to blame men because they don't know how to take accountability. Men take accountability. Women don't. They had to go out here and phone. It's a 50-50 deal. No, she had them in her possession. They were there. If something bad happened to me and she just disappeared, you think anyone's going to come at her like this? No. Because you know why? And I say this over and over again. Because men have always been looked at as being responsible. If that was the case, if men were as irresponsible as the world would like to keep saying it is, we would be on welfare. If we were as irresponsible as the world says so, we would be getting government assistance. We would be getting so many things because we're irresponsible. This is why I say they're mentally challenged, because the world knows you're mentally challenged. They keep telling you you do great things. You're a good kid. You got great grades. You can do business. You can do bad by yourself. Why do they have to tell them in 2025? Simple. Because they're mentally challenged. And this isn't all women, so don't get all twisted because I said that. I'm saying is that too many of them have to be told they are good boys and girls. The reason why is because they're not able to do it on their own. They need assistance somehow, some way, shape, or form because they can't do it themselves. In 2025, all the boss babes and doing bad by themselves, all the most educated, and they doing this. And you go out here and you're blaming the father. Oh, these the same men that I thought she was doing bad by herself. Why is she living in a car? Don't you all have great diplomas and making so much money? They just pick and choose whenever they want to do it.
If y'all haven't yet seen this story, go watch a video on it. The comment section is what's astounding to me. Black women, en masse, acting as though they don't use children as pawns in custody battles and for money, but yet now that 2 children die in a woman's custody, it's the man's fault because he didn't come and get them.
Yep.
Black women every day stop fathers from even talking to their kids.
Yep.
They in the comment section, oh, he didn't even talk to his kids enough to know that they were homeless. Yeah, and it's not a far off assumption to think that she wouldn't allow him to. Not to mention, how does she have custody anyway? She's the one without a home staying in a hotel room.
Because that's the family court. See, the family court is not like the judicial court. It doesn't have anything to do with it. First of all, the family court doesn't have lawyers. The family court barely has a judge. He's just there on retirement because that's his job now. None of them are here to do any form of justice for the child. It is to make sure that the government makes money. That's why. The best thing for children is the mother. And guess what? They don't give a crap. You can go to court You can give all the evidence and they will shut it down because they would much rather make money than make sense. Until you know your, that's why I say, men, know your laws. When if you go into family court, do not play around. Get all get all your evidence in order. Get it, do all your paperwork on time. Because the unfortunate truth is, family court is designed specifically to generate money and to make you the villain. And they will do everything within their power to make sure that she gets everything she needs.
Or a motel room. If she had him legally, could it be that there is a legal family court system that is biased against the father towards the mother? The quote they're honing in on, saying, "Can I come get my kids just to get them?" or "Can I come get them because I'm homeless?" is two different things. And I must agree. One of them says, "I just want to get my kids because I want to see them." The other says, "These children are in danger because they have no roof over their head." And why wouldn't she say she's homeless? Could it be that she wants to keep them children, possibly to collect a check? The amount of cases I've seen lately of black women beating their own sons to death is astounding. Quite clearly, a large portion of them are dangerous to children. But because they're getting a check, it doesn't matter. And if something happens to the child, guess whose fault it is? They'll tell you the father because he wasn't there. I beg to differ. Who knows what happens during the exchange? This man might not have came to pick up his children because we see on a routine basis how evil black mothers can be in front of their own children just to demonize the father for shit like haircuts. Did we forget this train wreck? And her mother literally sat there and told the kids, "Yeah, take your little toy cars and run them all up and down daddy's car to scratch it up because..."
Yep. I know I'm sorry to cut it off, but the honest truth is you're 100% correct. I'm sure we all seen that video. She did it. If I'm not mistaken, she did it not once, but twice. She knew that. And women do these things, so they try their best to make it as difficult as possible. That's why I say I'm glad Smart on his side, he basically made sure to video record the whole thing. Because women will just believe, women in the courts and police will believe whatever the woman says. But if you don't film it, you're going to have a rude awakening. They 100% were destroying this man's car and letting the kid do it. And every man who's ever been in a situation with a baby mama or a situation with the mother of their children have gone through this, where the woman will legitimately just pretend like it's okay. Well, it's not a big deal, because it's never a big deal when it happens to them. But all of a sudden, now they want to make it a big deal. But now, because they don't like you anymore, before it was good. Now all of a sudden, no, I'm letting the kid do whatever they want because they're trying to be vindictive. Always remember that. Record everything.
It's okay. So excuse us as black fathers if we want to stay as far as possible away from black mothers. You get in my comment talking that all shit, yeah, it's getting blocked. But outside of the father, she still had plenty of options. Homeless shelter, friends of a family, if she had any, hospital, police station. And somehow, in the comment section of this video, black women made this the black father's fault. Talking about, we don't care what the reason is, it doesn't matter, come get your kids. Nah, the reason does matter. In fact, black fathers, you are dealing with a population of women that are so vindictive. Once you pick your children up, make sure you check their physical body to see that they haven't done anything to them. That way, she can't call the police on you as soon as you leave and say, "Yeah, he's abusing my kids." Quite literally, not even a stretch to think.
It's actually really sad how women treat their children as pawns. But because society always looks at them as the best thing for children, they use this. Society has made this possible so that it has dysfunction in the family group. So you give women everything they want. Of course, they can be abusive because no one says anything. They murder their own kids, for goodness sake. It is what it is. But that's the whole problem, is that people do these things and then they want to act surprised when they do it. Before I go, I want to say I got some new supporters. Let me see. STV Maskey. Thank you for joining the man cave. Joey, good lord. Vasquateles. Okay. Thank you very much for joining. I'm happy to see you guys. The Sports Podcast Bros by Daniel D and Alejandro W. Thank you for joining the man cave. God, that's a long one. I'm glad you guys are joining up. Thank you in support of and everyone that has contributed, whether it's subscriptions or you helped me, I'll get a coffee. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. I do my best, and you let me know if you want me to make a video about anything. Please, I do have to say, please don't give me any videos that have music that is extremely loud, I can't play it, and unfortunately, the last time I did it was just blowing people's eardrums out, and it was a good one. And I respect you, thank you very much, but I couldn't do it. But thank you. If you happen to come with any more videos, thank you very much. And as the man cave goes, that was breaking news. Signing off.